This is Art Positive. This is a nonprofit that I started about 3 years ago. It's kind of like a mental health class. It's not really art therapy, it's just a therapeutic experience. I started it because I ended up getting sick about a few years ago, and when I was younger, art always helped me through difficult times. And as I've gotten older, even with my sickness, trying to get through that, it helped me get through that. And so I started a free class for women. Mountain Grrl experience has kind of come at a really good time for us. I think after COVID happened, everybody's just looking to kind of get a little bit of a release, and because everybody's had a very stressful time for the last year and a half. This class is called Authentic Self, and it kind of represents your past, your present, and your future self, what you aspire to be. Each person's asked to kind of visualize something from their past that's helped them to be positive and to get through those struggles, what positivity they go through now to get through everything that's stressful in the present. And then I asked them to kind of visualize something that will represent the future for them, any goals that they want to aspire to get done or accomplish. And we kind of let them be individuals. They can paint whatever they want to. Any representation that they brought into their meditation that represents their past, present, future, then that's what they paint on the canvas. Everybody's been so open about how good they feel when they get through the class, and how it's helped them mentally just release stress. I think a lot of people misunderstand art. A lot of people think artists are very pretentious and they just want their work to get out there, but they fail to realize that most artists are visualizing their struggle. Whatever they're going through, whatever they've been through, kind of lays out on the canvas. And that's what I found with my classes. Like, if this can help me, then I'm sure it can help other people. And our region has a stigma against around art. Like, it's not considered like a reliable thing to do. It's more of a hobby. And the more that we can open ourselves up to out of the box thinking of like how different things can help us, and not just laying on a couch talking to somebody. Some people can't do that. Some people don't feel comfortable enough to actually speak the struggle. So you have to have an outlet. So even if you're doodling, even if you write something, or you just decide that you just want to paint just anything, it doesn't even have to look like a figure, it can be abstract. Any way that you can get that struggle out and you release all that negativity, it's going to help you in the long run. Mostly my program is free, and so any donations or any city area that in our region that really wants to host a class, they can reach out to me on social media. I have an art page, Art Positive Project. It's on Facebook, I'm on Instagram.
We're actually doing a musical right here at the app. So my friend, my castmates, and I were living at the cast house, and our executive director told us that they were having the Mountain Grrl experience. So we came out here and decided to check it out. She asked us go back to our memories and think about things that represented our past, our present, and our future. So what I did is I did mountains because I grew up here in the Appalachian area. I did blue and purple because they represent my favorite colors, and also the blue represents the character that I'm playing in the musical that we're doing. And I just love the moon, so I decided to put the moon in the background. It's just been a way to kind of release the stress of the week. We've done a lot of rehearsals recently, long rehearsals from 10 o'clock in the morning until who knows what time in the afternoon. So it's been a nice way to just kind of let all that go and just forget about it and have fun. It's called The Marvelous Wonderettes. It's about 4 women who are at the high school prom, and they have lots of arguing, but also like loving each other. And then they come back 10 years later for their reunion, and they have all different sorts of life experiences that you get to find out about them. It's funny, it's sad, it's everything. I guess just come see the show. We have some coming up this week, July 29th, 30th, and 31st, August 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And you can go on their website, the Appalachian Center for the Arts, and buy the tickets. There's dinner shows, and there's also just regular shows.
I just recently started painting probably last year during the pandemic when everything was on lockdown and we didn't have a whole lot to do. And art and painting has kind of always been something I've been interested in and had a passion about. So to keep my sanity during the pandemic, I started painting. Really, I started out as like a landscape artist doing mostly landscape portraits. And the more people started noticing my paintings, they were like, can you do portraits? Can you paint my mama or my papa or whatever? And so I thought, well, maybe I should try to start practicing faces and things. So that's really how this came about. I had these 3 pieces, and I decided that I wanted to bring the ones that had women in them today because this is the Mountain Girl experience. So that's why I picked these 3 pieces to show today. I just think that I should say to people that if you feel like you have a talent, and you shouldn't hide it, you should really put yourself out there and show people what you can do. Don't be ashamed, don't be shy. This has really helped me today, so I think if you just want to show people what you can do, then you should.
Pop-up painting in the plaza. This was the culminating event. We've done 4 of them this summer in collaboration with Pike Arts, the Fine Arts Extension Office from Kentucky, UK. And they generously supplied all the easels and paints and brushes and canvases for all of the classes. They've been wildly successful. Then this is the gallery. This is all the art that we've invited artists just to show what they do. Just to demonstrate that, wow, this is what I do in my studio by myself. And then out back, there's all kinds of acoustic artists, and then there's a dulcimer workshop. Sarah Kate Morgan from the Heinemann Settlement School, she's teaching dulcimer. There are 30 dulcimers showing up here, and everyone can practice with it and play, and she's teaching that workshop. And it's just about collaboration, giving people a place and a voice, an option and an opportunity to let them shine.
I started playing spoons specifically. I was homeless and hopping trains and riding the rails around the United States, and I wanted to play music with my friends who were all street performing and things like that. Eventually I stuck with it, and I ended up getting it down pretty good. At first people were paying me to leave, but now I can gather some decent sized crowds, and we're going to be hitting about 400,000 YouTube subscribers today, I think. My YouTube channel is easy to find. If you just Google Abby the Spoon Lady, I'll show right up. But for the most part, it's music, a little bit of how to play spoons, and then there's a lot of talking about self-esteem and kind of your self-worth too, about where I've come from and where I'm going a little bit. Anytime that you can get women together, kind of meeting each other in their community, it's a great way to do all sorts of things, such as even promote women's business, arts, all of that. All of that is done through connections, and this is a great place for that.